What's good, everybody? Pete here at Spawn Fly Fish, and we are right on the doorstep of Christmas, and I hope you guys are all enjoying some holiday time with friends and family. But there's something else that Christmas tells us, and it's time for steelhead. So today we're going to tie a little treat for some steelhead utilizing a new product from Hareline, so grab your stuff and stay tuned. Alright, in the vise today, one of my favorite hooks, the SA254 from Ahrex. And this is a size 4. For the bead, we have the Spawn Super Tungsten slotted bead from Hareline in fluorescent orange. And we're going to use some lead-free .025 weighted wire. And we'll get about 6 wraps, maybe 8, somewhere in there. And all this is going to be used for is to position and maintain our bead. So off the front, I'm going to clip off the back. And by all means, if you're a fan of twisting that wire, go for it. I'm going to round over those cut ends just to preserve the life of my thread a little bit longer. And now that I've got it where I need it, I want that slot to face the inside. I want the bulk of this bead on the outside of our shank, so that in the water it's going to keel hook point up like so. Easy enough. I want you guys to have a fun little fly to tie during your Christmas weekend, but not something so burdensome that if you have to step away, you're going to lose your concentration of where you were. And this is a super simple fly, but it's very effective for steelhead and trout, especially in the off-colored, deeper, faster moving water. So a lot of times you'll see a steelhead stone fly tied with this big orange bead in the front to emulate an egg. And that's kind of what we're going for, but instead of a stone specifically, we're going to play with something new today. So this is Extra Select Craft Bunny from Hareline. And this stuff feels and moves so much like real rabbit. It's pretty unbelievable. So as you look at these fibers, if you will, you'll see that if you pull it out, it even behaves like a natural rabbit strip in that manner, where you will need to get rid of some fluff. And so of course, like if I'm tying with any kind of rabbit, I'm going to have water on the side, so you get it wet a little bit, and then it's just easier to control. You'll pull out any of those last loose fibers like so. Alright. Treat this like a bunny. So as you see, I've got a tie-in that's trimmed out and cleaned, and this is riding hook point up, so I want that strip to be upside down, if you will, and we can just start getting tied in here. One thing I'll mention, and I'll show it to you. So this core that is used to build this strip, when you're trimming that core, make sure you're getting all of it tied in. Otherwise, one little piece that's not tied in, it might start to peel on you. The fish teeth get in there. They will kind of chew that apart. So a little glue maybe if you're really wanting some insurance. Otherwise, just be mindful of getting the entire core strapped down to that hook shank. Pretty simple so far. There's our tail. We're looking like a bunny leech already. But again, we want this to do double duty. So yes, it will fish as a leech, but trust me, in this off-colored, nasty water, it'll fish just fine for that stonefly too that those steelhead are known to eat. Alright, we're almost done already, folks. This is not the typical Pete 1-hour video, and I'm sure you're all pretty stoked about that. Alright, so here's a longer piece of that same rabbit. Be mindful, this is not cross-cut, right? So it's not going to flow nice and smooth and velvety on the way back. It's going to be bushy. That's okay. That's what I'm looking for on this. It has to hold its profile. It has to have some oomph when it's in the water. Really grab their attention. Now, just like real rabbit, trimmed out some space there on top of that core. And again, I'm tying this in like rabbit, meaning the strip of leather would be facing up. So same mentality here. Line up where your fibers start off of this strip with where they end on the previous strip. Clean tie-in, it matters. Alright, grab all that core. Again, be mindful. And one soft wrap if you have to get around it, and then hammer it all down. And look at that, it's going to fill in that gap before a weighted wire just nicely. This is going to be all right. And this stuff does come in quite a few colors, so by all means, if you're going to order it, just order the stuff that fits for your waters and your river systems, and the fish, well, they'll tell you what they like. So at this point, I'm just going to, again, get in here, get some moisture on these fibers, and then I'm just going to start wrapping touching wraps, nothing crazy, and kind of coax these fibers back as we wrap. As you can see, it's synthetic, so it doesn't want to play like a real bunny. Again, it's still going to be amazing. And there we are. Let's see if I can fit another one. Nope. So as you can see, this one's going to fill in the rest of that hook for us. Just going to get it up in there, right behind the bead. And then I'll slowly start working on creating a V in the section we're going to keep and the section we're going to get rid of. That's about as good as I'm going to get in there, and really start solidifying down this bunny. At this point, to prevent trapping fibers, just work your thread like so, moving it, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy as you work through there. You won't trap nearly as many fibers, and it'll help to maintain that clean V that we made. At this point, grab all the fibers with your offhand and start filling in that gap right in front and right behind the bead. And now let's trim this guy out like so. Alright. Again, big bushy profile, but consider when this is in the water, everything's going to come down, condense, and it will move just like rabbit. Alright. And that's about as solid as I want. If you wanted to, you could absolutely come in here with an off-color marabou as a little accent, a little flash, whatever floats your boat. For this, I'm happy with this very dark profile. Again, pretty big profile, and that's what I want. I want this fly to be seen, because if they can't see it, they can't eat it. And one whip finish, we'll throw a second one in there for good measure. And the thread I'm using here is some 6/0 uni thread in black, but by all means, if you've got some Vivis in 140, that'd be great, or any other equivalent. Cut that thread, and just a little kiss of some Loon hardhead clear on here, and this fly is just ready to go fishing. I hope you guys do enjoy the simple flies every once in a while. I know I do. They're a blast to tie. You can really knock out a bunch in a hurry. So it does leave a satisfying feeling when you leave the bench and you have more than just half a fly finished. And there are some of us that are prone to do that. And there you are. So call it what you want. Bunny Leech, X Select Craft Bunny Leech, or an abomination of a steelhead stonefly. Either way, it's going to fill the net. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys on the water.